नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। अगजाननपद्मार्कं गजाननम् अहर्निशम् अनेकदं तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां व्यासशङ्करमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। विश्वेशं माधवण्डुण्डिं दण्डपाणिं च भैरवं वन्दे काशीं गुहां गङ्गां भवानीं मणिकर्णिकां। तेष्टदन्तमहाकाय कल्पान्तधानोपमभैरवाय नमस्तुभ्यम् अनुज्ञां दातुमर्हसि। अन्नपूर्णे सदापूर्णे शङ्करप्राणवल्लभे ज्ञानवैराग्यसिद्ध्यर्थं भिक्षां देहि च पार्वती। Namaskar to all of you. Let us understand the scientific aspects of Sri Valmiki Ramayana. As all of us know, Valmiki Ramayana is considered as the Adikavyam, the first ever poetry in the Devabhasha, the Sanskrit language. That's why sage Valmiki is considered as Adikavi, the first poet. It is the epic poem of the richest and longest surviving civilization on the planet. The first ever poetry in Sanskrit, known as Adikavyam, the Valmiki Ramayana, indicates the path that was taken by Rama. The meaning of Ramayana is Ramasya Ayanam iti Ramayanam, the path that was taken by Rama. It is also known as Sitayas Charitam Mahat, the great story of Sita. The first ever chapter or sarga of Valmiki Ramayana and the Balakanda. Balakanda is the first Kanda of Valmiki Ramayana, and the first sarga of Balakanda, the first chapter, is like an executive summary. In about 100 slokas, Valmiki Maharshi gives us the summary of the entire Ramayana. The Valmiki Ramayana was written by Valmiki Maharshi during the time of Sri Rama. It was first recited by the sons of Rama and Sita, Lava and Kush, and it was accepted and approved by Bhagavan Ram. And Brahmadeva says that Ramayana would exist till the mountain and water exist on the planet, on the earth. Yavas tassansi jirayaha saritascha mahitale tavat Ramayana kada lokechu pracharishyati. That is the word of Brahmadeva. Valmiki Ramayana has about 24,000 slokas. It has 7 kandas or parts. Balakanda has 77 sargas or chapters. Ayodhya Kanda has 119 sargas. Aranya Kanda has 75 sargas. Kishkinda Kanda has 67 sargas. Sundar Kanda 68 sargas. Yuddha Kanda 131 sargas. Followed by Uttarakanda. Let us look at each of the scientific dimensions of Valmiki Ramayana. Let us start with mathematics. The secret agent of Sukha, of Ravana, by name Sukha, he was sent by Ravana when Rama, along with Sugriva and the army, reaches the Lanka to observe the Sena and get the numbers. Then he describes the Vanara Sena that was accompanying Bhagavan Ram. We all know that 100 lakhs is 1 crore. Here, various terms were used. The first one is Senkam. Senkam means 1 lakh crores. The next one is Brundam. 1 Brundam equals to 1 lakh Senkams. The next one is 1 Mahabrundam equals to 1 lakh Brundams. Then comes Padam. 1 Padam equals to 1 lakh Mahabrundams. Then comes Mahapadam, Mahapadmam. 1 Padmam equals to 1 lakh Mahabrundams. 1 Mahapadmam equals to 1 lakh Padmams. And 1 Karvam equals to 1 lakh Mahapadmams. And 1 Mahakarvam equals to 1 lakh Mahapadmams. Then 1 Mahakarvam equals to 1 lakh Karvams. Then comes Samudram, which is equivalent to 1 lakh Mahakarvams. Then comes Vogam. 1 Vogam equals to 1 lakh Samudrams. Then finally 1 Mahavogam. It is equal to 1 lakh Vogams. This is the kind of mathematical description, the statistics rather. This is what, in other Jyotish Shastra says that Padmamu equals to 1 lakh crores, Sankamu is 10 lakh crores, Samudramu is 100 lakh crores, Antamu is 1000 crores, Madhyamu is 10,000 crores, Prarthamu is 100,000 crores. This is from the Jyotish Shastra. So, Ramayana has its own way of giving the statistics and mathematics, and there are also references in other Shastras, including the Jyotish Shastra. While on the same subject, in Kishkinda Kanda, there is description of the Vanarasena that reached Kishkinda as per the command given by Sugriva from various places. For example, from Anjanadri, 3 crore Vanaras reached there. From Astadri, 10 crore Vanaras reached there. From Kailash mountain, 1000 crore Vanaras got assembled. From Himalayas, thousands of crores Vanaras reached the Kishkinda. And from Vindhyas, several crores of Vanaras reached. From the Milky Ocean, it is said that uncountable Vanaras reached Kishkinda. So this is the way we have reference to mathematics and statistics in Valmiki Ramayana. Just few examples are shared here. After mathematics, let us look into geography. Kishkinda was full of Vanaras. All of them reached Kishkinda as per the instructions given by Sugriva. Then Sugriva decided to send 4 teams of Vanaras in each direction. So let us look at the eastern direction. And then he describes the various rivers, the towns, the mountains, the islands, etc. in each direction. Let us look at the eastern direction. What were the rivers that were mentioned by Sugriva? Ganga, start with Ma Ganga, then Sarayu, Kaushiki, Yamuna, Saraswati, and Sindhu. We are able to see all these rivers now. And then, which were the towns that got mentioned? Brahmamala, Videha, Malava, Kashi, Kosala, Magadha, Pundra, Anga. These were the towns. Then Sugriva also mentioned about Sisira Parvata, and Sisira mountain and ocean. Sisira Parvata and ocean. This is Andaman area. And he also mentioned about few islands. Yava, Suvarna, Rupyaka. Rupyaka means, Suvarna and Rupyaka means with gold and silver mines. Suvarna island was famous for gold reserves and Rupyaka was famous for silver reserves. And that is the area where the current Myanmar, Laos and other countries are there. And there is also reference of Ikshu Samudra. This Ikshu Samudra is the South China Sea. And then you have Madhu. It is the East China Sea. One island was mentioned. Name of the island was Shalmali Island, Shalmali Dvipa. It is Taiwan. And then Madhura Samudra. This Madhura Samudra is Japanese Sea. Hayamukha. Hayamukha is Korea, current Korea. Udayadri. Udayadri means the land of rising sun. It is Japan. And then Kshirodam. Kshirodam is North Pacific Ocean. Now let us look into the southern direction. The rivers include Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishnaveni, Varaha, Mahabhaga, Kaveri, Tamraparni. The kingdoms include Maithala, Utkala, Dasarna, Avanti, Mushika, Vanga, Kalinga, Dandakaranya, Andhra, Chola, Pandya, Keralam. So there is also mention about Andhra, Chola, Pandya. Chola and Pandya means Tamil Nadu. Andhra means Andhra Pradesh. Kerala means the current Kerala state. And the mention was also about Pandya Nagara, Mahendragiri and ocean. Kunjara Parvata, Bhagavati Nagara. And this is the Bhagavati Nagara is the abode of Vasuki, the king of snakes. There was mention about Mahasamudra. This is Bay of Bengal. And he says, Sugriva says, if you travel 100 yojanas, you will reach Lanka. And from Lanka, if you travel another 100 yojanas, then you will get Pushpititam. It is the country of Australia. And you further go for 14 yojanas, then you will reach Suryamantam. This is New Zealand. And after that you will get Vrishabha Parvat. This is Antarctica. This is the description in the southern direction. Now let us look into the western part. The kingdoms include Saurashtra, Bahalika, Bhima and barren land. These are the deserts. And Afghanistan and the ocean. And if you go for 60 yojanas, then you will get Varahagiri, Sarva Savarna mountain and Meru Parvata, Meru mountain. And from there, if you travel 10,000 yojanas, you will get Astadri. We looked into the Udayadri. Udayadri is Japan, the land of rising sun. And here the mention is about the Astadri, where the sun sets. This is United Kingdom. And then what were the cities? Marichi, Jatipuram, Avanti, and Sindhu river merges with the ocean. There is mention about that place. And Hemagiri. Here birds are so powerful, they drag even the elephants, like lion drags the elephants. The mountains that got mentioned include పారియాత్ర, వజ్రగిరి, చక్రవంతం, Varahagiri. Varahagiri is in the sea, in the ocean. Sarvasavarna, Megavanta, and he also mentioned about 60,000 golden mountains. In between there is Meru Parvata. Now let us look into northern direction. In the north, Indraprastha, Kurukshetra, Madraka, Kamboja, Bahalika, these were the kingdoms. There was mention about China. China means China. The mountains include Himavat Parvata, Kala Parvat. Kala Parvat is the current Kazakhstan. Hemagarbha, it is the current Mongolia. Sudarshan, Devasaka, Kraunchagiri, these are all the mountains. And he mentioned about Sunya Pradesha. This is the current Russia. Then there was mention about White Snow Mountain, Kailas Parvat, Salt Sea, and Somagiri. In the northern direction itself, Sugriva mentioned about Mainaka Parvata, Vaikasa Lake, and he also described about the area with no moon or stars, no clouds, but there is so much of brightness. This brightness is not because of moon or stars, only because of the presence of Tapasvi Jana. There was also mention about mention of Sailoda river, Kurudesha, Salt Samudra, Lavana Samudra, Somagiri. Somagiri is golden mountain. And after that, the area where no sun rays will be there. So this is the description of geography in Valmiki Ramayana as per Sugriva. Sugriva was wandering around because his brother Vali was behind him. So in that fearful atmosphere, he was roaming around and he observed all these things, and look at his memory power, look at his grasping capacity. So he described. Swasti.